All right, so after hours and hours of research, I'm finally here to bring you guys a video explaining how you can get your hands on your $1,200 stimulus check. Now, unless you live under a rock, I'm sure you're aware of the global sickness going around, and I don't want to name what it is, but it's the name of my favorite beer, because if I do, this video will be demonetized. But because of it, the United States and Donald Trump have just passed a $2 trillion stimulus package. Yes, that's trillion with a T. So when I heard about that, I thought free government money, I want some, but I quickly realized after looking into it that I'm over the threshold and I do not qualify. But I took a bunch of notes. I'm going to share with you guys what I found, and I'm going to share with you guys exactly how much you're gonna get, when you're gonna get it, and maybe how you could even invest it. So let's get right into this video. So the Treasury Department is stating that you will receive the check via direct deposit to whatever bank account you hooked up to your most recent tax refund. If you don't have a bank account hooked up to your tax refund and you actually get a check in the mail, then those checks will be delayed. All direct deposits will be done by April 17th. Now, whether your direct deposit or mail check, I would still call the IRS just to confirm that all T's are crossed and I's are dotted. The best time to call the IRS is around 8 in the morning, because any other time, especially with what's going on, you'll be on hold all day. So as soon as they open up at 8 o'clock, call them immediately. So the next thing is, you do not have to pay tax on this money because this is actually rebate style money. So there is no income tax no matter what you get. If you get $1,200, if you get $2,400, if you get more, depending on certain factors. So the next thing to realize is, for people who have paper checks, they are coming out with like a portal that will expedite the payment, but there's nothing announced as far as the portal. They plan to pay out all the direct deposits first, and then they will start on the paper checks. So I assume that the paper checks won't actually arrive until sometime in May. Now, if you have Social Security or any sort of government assistance, your process to get paid will be like jumping through hoops. The reason being is because you have to file a simplified tax return, and guess what? They haven't released the simplified tax return yet. So one thing to notate is if you're behind on your taxes, and meaning you haven't filed 2018 or 2019, you're automatically eliminated. And if you make over 99,000 or over 198,000, 99,000 for individuals or 198,000 for married couples, then you are eliminated from the stimulus check as well. So me, I don't get the free government money. I thought I would, but unfortunately I don't. So now I'm gonna break down to you guys what are the actual requirements and how much do you have to make or not make to get paid, and if you qualify, how much will you actually get. So here's how the payout works. Individuals get $1,200, married couples get $2,400, and kids, per kid up to the age of 16, you can claim for $500. Now, if married couples are immigrants, here's where the situation could get sticky, because everybody in the household needs to have a valid Social Security card or a valid Social Security number. If you want to get the full amount as an individual, you need to earn less than $75,000. Now, if you earn more than $75,000, you're not totally eliminated from getting this free government money, but this is how it works. So if you were to earn, for example, $79,000, that would be $4,000 over the $75,000 threshold. So what they do is they actually, for every $100 worth of income over that $75,000 mark, they're going to deduct $5 from your check. So for example, that would be 100 goes into 4,000 40 times. 40 times 5 is 100, is actually $200. $200 minus 1,200 is $1,000. So if you earn $79,000 as an individual, you would actually be getting a stimulus check of $1,000. Now, if you made $91,000, that would calculate to $16,000 over the $75,000 mark, which 100 goes into 16,000 160 times. 160 times 5 is 800. So if you earned $91,000, you would actually only get a stimulus check of $400. And this same rule applies for married couples. So whatever you earn over the threshold, and the threshold for married couples is 150,000, meaning if you made, for example, 165,000, that would be $15,000 over the threshold. So 15,000, 100 goes into 15,000 150 times. 150 times 5 is 750. So instead of getting the normal $2,400 check, you would actually only get $1,650 for your stimulus check. So keep in mind that whatever you make over either the $75,000 mark, if you make less than $75,000 as an individual, you get the entire $1,200. If you make less than $150,000 as a married couple, you get the entire $2,400. But as you start to make more than that, you actually lose money on your check. And if you make $198,000 or $199,000 as a married couple, you're completely done. You do not get the stimulus check. So keep in mind, they go off the lowest tax return. So if you made $120,000 in 2018 and for some reason in 2019 you only made $65,000, they're gonna go off that tax return. But if you haven't filed your 2019 return yet, and in 2019 you realize that you made less than what you made in 2018, you're gonna wanna go ahead and actually file your 2019 return immediately so you can get advantage of this. All right, so I wanna share with you guys 2 low-cost startup businesses that you could start once you actually get your stimulus check. Number 1 is, the cleaning business. I would go buy a squeegee, a bucket, some soap, and some rags, and literally go to any businesses that are actually open. I know a lot of people are practicing social distancing, but what I did when I built up my window cleaning business is I would go inside of a business and say, I'm looking to talk to the owner, the manager, whoever's on duty, and I would say, hey, we just did all your neighbors' windows. We could clean them real fast, real cheap. Do you want to know how much? And of course, they're going to say how much. So what I would do is I would turn around. I would count the windows. I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd come back and I would say, okay, that'll be $20. So then you could literally take the $30, $40 that you spent at Home Depot buying a squeegee, a bucket, some soap, and a few rags, and just start cleaning windows. And if you clean, just for example, 10 businesses, not only is this residual income that you can come back in 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month, 2 months, and clean their windows again, but it's quick money. Literally for $50 spent, you can go out there and make a few $100s in a single day. So $50 at Home Depot, buying these supplies can get you paid. The next thing you can do is you can actually go through my videos and you can learn how to flip diabetic supplies. So you can advertise in your local area that you buy different diabetic supplies, check what they resell for on eBay, and buy them at a discount, and then actually go ahead and resell them on eBay. Now, the reselling on eBay sometimes takes longer. You can go through my videos and watch how to do it quicker, but those are 2 low-cost, fast businesses that you can get paid with this week. Going out there and washing windows, and then going out there and buying and reselling diabetic testing supplies. So if you're about to get a stimulus check, shout out to you. Unfortunately, I don't qualify, but I just want to share that video with you guys for people wanting to know how to actually acquire the stimulus check. Thank you guys for watching. For any information on how to contact me or anything else that I do, check the description below. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.